Hey guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Foster, Gajin Cosplay, and today we're back again, guys, with Demon Slayer, episode 23. Last episode, some wind jerk hurt our girl, and we are pissed.
We met pretty much all the Hashiras at this point, I think, right?
A bunch of them, yeah.
They were basically waiting to put Tanjiro on trial for carrying a demon with him alive. So Gyu was, over there on the corner, alone, just not interacting with anyone again.
Brooding alone, yeah.
Well, waiting for the master, but the others were, some of them were very vocal about killing Tanjiro. Some of them are still pretty vocal about killing him, even though the master said he's sanctioning their actions. So he's like, okay, we don't kill them.
They're fine.
And he's like, no, you know what? The wind one and the serpent one. There are the two, the snake one.
Yep.
There were the two who were really, well, the fire one is also pretty determined to kill Tanjiro and Nezuko, but...
What? It did look happy about it.
Well, yeah, but then his face doesn't change. It's a bit freaky. But yeah, the other two, especially the wind one, they're very convinced that Nezuko is gonna, lash out eventually. So the wind Hashira is, opening his veins, dripping blood onto her, and he hurt her a couple times. So now she's facing him, and we'll see how she reacts to the whole thing. But if she lifts a finger...
Please don't attack him.
Well, there's the thing. If she lifts a finger, I fear that consequences will follow. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but let's see how she handles it.
Let's watch it, guys.
Let's go. It's a personal quest for this guy.
The Hashiras are supposed to be la creme de la creme of the Demon Slayers.
Yes,
right?
yes, and he's been... I think it's a lifelong battle for this guy. Like, he created this group. He created, he took in the Hashira. He chose them and stuff. He's made his little, fighting group that he wishes to unleash on Kibutsuji. It's a personal thing for him. I don't know if it's just because he wants to get rid of the guy who started this, or if there's actually history between the two. That'd be kind of cool to have a history between the two to explain, why he's so involved into this, and maybe it has something to do with what happened to his face.
His illness.
Yeah. So I'm very interested to learn more about his backstory.
I'm interested to learn how Miss Tomioka.
Well, the doctor.
What's the name of the
doctor?
Demon? Okay, the demon doctor. Yeah.
Well, obviously he knows a lot. Like, he's got demon slayers everywhere. He maybe ran into her before. Maybe that has to do, she was a demon close to Kibutsuji once. If he's also got a history with them, maybe he met her before, or maybe he heard about her and investigated. Who's to know? But he knew about a lot of stuff. And I'm not surprised, because if he's already accepted that there's a demon out there who can, work for the right cause and do good things, that would explain why he was so open-minded when it comes to Nezuko. Maybe she's the one who, told him about her. Who knows? Maybe. So, yeah. So, I'm not surprised, but he seems to know a lot and to have a lot of presence. So, I don't know who he used to be or what he's done in his life, but I'm excited to learn about it. So, that's pretty cool. And it's nice to have a guy who can command all this power.
Well, I don't know for you, but to me, it looks like his voice is doing something to all of them. Because Tanjiro was in such a calm and floating mood while he was speaking.
His voice reminded me of Kibutsuji's in a weird way.
So he might have some sort of specialties with his voice then.
Maybe. Kind of like, well, we'll see. Because I was about to say kind of like the doctor with her scent, with the scent of her blood and stuff. It gives a calm aura or something.
Do you think that it is a breathing style, or maybe his illness is due to maybe demon blood or something?
I don't know. It could be many things. Like, the thing is, he can't very well be a demon because he was in the sun in this episode, right? So...
Because who is said that maybe he was supposed to become a demon, but it just didn't take effect,
Or it affected him differently, kind of like Nezuko?
Yeah.
Maybe. And he knows the doctor, so I don't know if he had to deal with her for something like that. But there is, like I said, there is something about him. We just need to wait for more information. But I wouldn't be surprised, if we figured out that either he's, he's related to a demon somehow, or he was supposed to be a demon, or he used to be a demon and he got turned back. I don't know, but then that would erase the idea.
No, we would have known about a cure before
unless it
that.
happened, through illness or something, like something weird happened. Kind of like Nezuko is not a normal demon if you think about it, but nothing was done to her yet. We'll see. But there is something about it. We just need to figure it out. So we'll see when we get more clues. But yeah, I think, what happened in this episode is basically as easy as, Giyu managed to allow Tanjiro to go near Nezuko and bring back those emotions in her, because that's what happens. Like, she's in control of most of her demon, nature, but then whenever she gets triggered, or she's got the scent of blood that's intense and stuff, and she's struggling, Tanjiro is the one that brings her back completely. Like, he convinces her to stop. He brings back memories of her family, and the spell also works. What Urokodake did to her helps a lot. But then, when Giyu chose not to have her die, what happened is she protected Tanjiro. So it's when you see this that you can realize, oh shit, okay, she's different. So the bond between the two is what really makes her even more than special. It's what makes her completely in control. So having, him reach out and scream her name and stuff, you need to have, if you really want to judge Nezuko, you need to let Tanjiro be close by, because that's how it's going to be anyway. Unless someone separates them, but hopefully it doesn't happen.
Hopefully it won't happen again, right?
Yeah. But yeah, all these fucking Hashiras have style. They all have, they seem powerful. Some of them, I wasn't sure I liked last episode because of how they strongly opposed Tanjiro, even though I understood it.
Yeah.
I was like, by the way, you're the one who, I'm the one who was supposed to be tired, and you're the one yawning in my face.
It's okay.
Anyway, some of them, acted meaningly when it comes to Tanjiro. I was like, you know what? I don't agree. Even though I understand, I don't agree. But this episode, I felt like after maybe they proved that Nezuko was fine, some of them just switched completely and went back to, laughing about Tanjiro and his intention to kill Kibutsuji and his motivation to prove it.
Yeah.
So that was funny.
To take it down a few notch, kid.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited if Tanjiro gets to meet more of them. Well, not meet more of them, but be face to face with more of them, and spend time with more of them. That would be cool.
Probably.
Get to create friendships.
I think that in the previous episode, why they only be so indifferent every day are their attitudes, maybe because they were tense.
Well, I said after they proved that
yeah.
Nezuko was okay, most of them switched to, okay, well, we'll accept them, because anyway the master said so. So it's pretty cool. But I'm glad that we got to meet all of them. Finally, we have barely 3 episodes left, and finally the opening has all the characters.
All the characters, yeah. The master did say something that the human massacre was growing more and more.
Yeah, there's more and more of them.
And they did say that the quality of the Demon Slayer was decreasing.
Well, obviously, if they they look at what happened on the mountain. I feel like a beginner when it comes to Demon Slayer should be on Tanjiro's, level. If you think about it, Tanjiro, Inosuke, and even Zenitsu when he sleeps, their level, and they managed to fight through a bunch of demons on that mountain. They held their own, and Tanjiro held his own a little bit against one of the
Blood Moon Demon.
Blood Moon demons, yeah. It was still too strong for him, but he's supposed to be a beginner. And when you look at all the other, Demon Slayers who were technically not beginners, but because they have been Demon Slayers for longer than Tanjiro, most of them died with the mother.
True.
So I'm like, those are supposed to be the Demon Slayers, yet you've got 3 beginners, actual beginners, who managed to hold their own a lot longer against tougher opponents. So I'm like, I get it, it looks like anyone can become a Demon Slayer nowadays, maybe.
Do you think that maybe the fact that there are more human massacre,
push them to
the master
decide
decide to take more students and oversee the talent in them.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking maybe it's because there are more demons that, they accept more people. You cannot afford, like, it's not like the HASHIRA can teach everyone, The ones that teach the beginners, the ones that teach the other demon slayers seem to lower the bar a lot. I don't know, it's kind of stupid because, yes, it's true, there is strength in number, but quality is also important. There's a reason why, the HASHIRA are who they are. So
to be frank with you, I will always prefer quality over quantity.
Quantity.
Yeah.
Yes, true, but then yes and no, because quality is important, but in a war, quantity can also matter a lot. Like, it doesn't matter if you have like 10 good demon slayers, if there is 1,000 demons all over the world, they won't be able to manage. At one point you gotta have quantity too, especially if, the massacres are growing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just that they need to put, more focus into the training of those demon slayers. And get rid of Kibutsuji as fast as possible. Because if you get rid of him, there's no new demons. So work on the cure, try to defeat Kibutsuji, and train better your demon slayers. So in that idea, you have 3 good demon slayers around right now.
Sorry.
They're surrounded by HASHIRA. I'm saying some training could be due.
Yeah, maybe. I like also the fact that if they want to eliminate all of the blood moon demons and Kibutsuji at the end of it, by using Tanjiro and Nezuko maybe as bait, I'm not okay with it, but it is true that
It's
surprisingly
bad, but
Kibutsuji wants to have Tanjiro dead.
I mean,
because
if
he
you-
reminds me of someone who used to fight against him,
maybe
right?
his father. Maybe.
Yeah,
That'd
maybe.
be cool.
Maybe his
You
father.
look like him. Yeah, but it's sad that they're not using him as bait per se, but it's an opportunity that presented themselves. Like, they have a hard time finding him, and then in comes this kid who seems to have Kibutsuji's attention and his focus. So yeah, of course they're gonna use it. It'd be stupid not to. But they're not actually just using him as bait though. They're giving him a chance to go out there and prove himself, which is gonna be hard.
You know what? Even though that, if Nezuko would have been able to control her urges for human blood, they still could have used them as bait for Kibutsuji and for his blood moon demons,
Yes, they never said otherwise.
No. But, I mean, in the previous episode, they were so set to just kill both of
HASHIRA?
them. Yes.
Yes, but they didn't know everything about what was going on with this kid. It's when the master showed up that he said, Kibutsuji has his eye on you and stuff. Like, he's the one that knows everything, and he's the one that said we won't kill them. So the others didn't know anything. All they knew is that this kid was traveling with a demon. And their job says kill them. One of them was convinced, one of them was heavily trying to get Giyu to be arrested too. So I'm like, it didn't really matter, what Tanjiro represented. He went against one of the rules and they focused on that. They didn't know everything. And even after they knew everything, it's still against what they've been trained to do. So, and when the master said no and they proved that Nezuko was fine, they all backed down, so... Fine. And they're not using them as bait. It's just that they're gonna use that to their advantage to fish out Kibutsuji, which is, yes, technically bait, but
It
it's
is
okay.
technically bait. Come on.
It's okay. He's not technically bait because they're sending him out there. They'll keep an eye on him just in case. But they're sending him out there to fight one of the Kizuki. So
anyway, it is technically bait, to be frank with you.
it is sort of bait. Anyway.
Alright, before we end, I just want to go back to Zenitsu with Inosuke.
Well, Zenitsu is back to normal.
But he got stumped, right?
Yeah, he's gonna go back to normal physically soon. Well, in 5 months or something.
I hope for him.
In a few months, if he takes his medication, he'll be back to normal.
Thanks.
And Inosuke, we knew he was gonna be depressed because of what he said last time we saw him. It's just, it hits differently to see him like that.
With his so deep voice.
Yeah. I'm losing my voice too, so I get it. But no, honestly, he used to have so much energy and so much motivation, and it put him down, but hopefully he gets out of it stronger.
But it's true that in his mind, from all of his life, he used to think that he was stronger like the stronger.
Well, he's had to depend on himself only, and in this fight, he couldn't do shit by himself. So yeah, that would put his morale down. But then hopefully, with the help of Tanjiro and Zenitsu, he'll get back on his feet and aim higher later on. And Tanjiro is in the same position. He's seen that he cannot defeat one of the lower Kizuki. Yeah. So forget going after Kibutsuji right now. It's not happening. So you'll need to train, and Inosuke can also take that train with them and fight and learn to fight better. And
And they could take Zenitsu with them. Make him more confident in his attack. That would be nice.
Hopefully. We have they're not gonna start much with the last 3 episodes, so hopefully we get them, they get settled and they learn a little bit.
Probably might set the second season then.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll be excited nonetheless. I know these three are friends. They're gonna stay together. They need to train together, and now they have the perfect opportunity to heal and maybe learn a few tricks from the Hashiras.
Who knows? Someday they might become the next trio of Hashiras. Who knows?
Well, 3 Hashiras. There's not only 3. There's a lot more.
Yeah, but they're gonna become the next.
I just hope.
big
Well,
three.
yes, but at the same time, does that mean that the others will die?
Yeah.
Or you just defeat one and then take his spot. Just if you're stronger, you take his spot.
I don't know.
And I mean they have a long way.
Who's to say that the number must be only at 9? You can have more than that.
I don't
maybe?
know. The thing
No?
is, they'll have to train a lot before they even get close to the weaker of the Hashiras there.
Yeah. I know.
So-
Alright. So
Anyway, it was a good episode, and we're soon at the end of season 1. Right on time for season 2. It looks like, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. The link is in the description below. Check it out.
And if you don't, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be next week, guys. So see you then.
Bye.
Bye bye.